Alright, so saw The Purge tonight, and oh my god, this is an amazing movie. I have to say, it is ranked number 2 under Star Trek for the summer. No, I'm totally bullshitting you. This movie was fucking awful. It was fucking awful, but I was quite entertained. Mainly by the audience. Like, this is a stupid-ass fucking movie. You know, it's that whole, like, everything's predictable, it's a generic kind of home invasion kind of movie, blah, 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 blah. But what I loved about it was that it tried to be something else. The idea seemed pretty cool. Like, it was like, okay, it says, like, in the year 2022, you know, the crime rate is at 1%, blah, 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 all that shit. And so, you know, there's the Purge where you could just, everything's open. So the movie starts out with, like, you see all these, like, surveillance footage of people getting, like, stabbed and shot and beaten up and stuff. And some of them are, like, real shit, because I've seen it before. Ethan Hawke in the movie, like, you see in the trailer where, like, their house goes all freaking, like, 13 ghosts and, like, just completely, like, just, you get, like, the fucking barricades and stuff. Which, when that shit came down, it was so fucking loud. It was like, like, Jesus Christ, you know? It's just like, bam! Like, ah, shit! Like, that happened, you're like, okay, really? Fuck. Alright, so, Ethan Hawke in the movie is, like, he works for a company that, you know, makes those freaking, like, shutters and stuff. I'm gonna keep spinning around. Whee! And, you know, like, he does that, and then, like, he kind of, like, he sold it to, like, other people in the neighborhood, you know, be like, okay, that year's coming, blah, 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 that day's coming, blah, blah, blah. I would say private school, whoa, that was weird, sorry. My camera picture just went like that, like, ah, there's an alien. Anyway, it seemed like they go to, like, a private school, because the girl was in, like, the uniform, you know, or she just likes to dress like that. Anyway, in uniform, the son was in a because, you know, they're all wearing, like, the white shirts, and it's very, like, it's like when I was in Catholic school, like, that uniform. Maybe they went to Catholic school, actually, I know. Anyway, so it was that. The wife is just, like, this lady, who I think is, what's her name? I think Game of Thrones? I don't know. Again, I'm tired, and I have worked in 8 hours. I haven't said something like that in a while. I've been having one of those moments. Anyway, so Purge happens, just like in the commercial, shutters come down, they're all just kind of like hanging out doing their own thing. Then of course, the black guy comes running, and he's like, help me, blah, blah, blah. The son, you know, tells him to come in, yada yada. And it's like, I didn't really notice it the first time I saw the trailer when I saw for Evil Dead, and then a couple times I was just kind of like, yeah, I just want to see this movie. I just want to see, like, where they're trying to go with this, you know? And then I, like, kind of thought about it. I'm like, it's a group of white people wearing masks chasing after a black guy. Alright. It's, you know, pretty much, it's pretty much like the trailer. It's like, they're like, okay, we want the black guy, give us the black guy, and they're like, that kind of stuff. That's what's that? It's like dogs. So pretty much, yeah, like, they're going through the house and they're trying to, like, find the black guy, because the bad people, the blonde hair guy, whom is, anyway, like, they keep obviously filming him at, like a downward angle, so he seems more menacing and all that stuff. For me, it just gives me, like, an extra chin. He had this ridiculous, like, Joker smile to him, because it was just, like, perfectly, like, whoop, like, yeah, you know, all that stuff. That guy, whoever the fuck he is, he enjoyed playing that role, because he was totally, Michael Sheen. There you go, fuck. He was like the Michael Sheen of the movie. He was just like, oh, Jumbie, pass me the chocolate sauce. And he was just kind of like, he's like, well, we would like this guy back. Like, just like laughing randomly, and you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, the audience was, normally I would complain and be like, oh my god, they were talking throughout the movie, and they were making comments, shut the fuck up, watch the movie. Okay, I was doing the same thing. it was like when we went to go see Die Hard, where it was like, it's one of those movies where, seriously, you can't just go in and be like, I'm gonna find a good movie in this. No, it's not a good movie. It's stupid. It's the same recycled generic bullshit, you know, over and over again. But it was hilarious just how they executed it, you know? Yeah, so pretty much they're like, okay, we'll give you the black guy, we'll give you the black guy. Oh yeah, and the bad people, oh, I forgot if I mentioned it, they shut off their power. So they're like, alright, we'll give you the black guy, we'll give you the black guy. And of course they're like trying to find him in this like dark ass house. He's like, no, like my family's not worth, you know, risking, you know, for your ass, so you're fucking going, you know. Yeah, so when the purge starts, the daughter's boyfriend snuck into the house before like it locked down, which I'm just like, that's safe and alright. Because it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you have a camera system facing, like, you know, like this room where, you know, it's like you know, like your office thing. You got all these cameras facing outside your house. Wouldn't you just have even like a simple alarm system too? You know, just because, you know, like reviewing Paranormal Activity 4, it's just like the whole thing was like front door open, window opened, you know, like garage door open. They do, that's, a lot of systems of nowadays are like that, and it's like, you snuck in, what was it, like window, cracked a jar, boy running in, like, you know, anyway. Yeah, so he, like, sneaks in, and then he's like, it was, like, the stupid little, like, mini, like, subplot where it's like, oh, I want to talk to your father because he doesn't approve our relationship, and just because I'm older than you, and I'm like, it was like that, there's like, oh, well, I want to, you know, talk to your father, and then because it's the Purge, a kid had a gun and was about to shoot the dad, because you can, because it's the Purge, but before he could do that, this is after the black guy came in the house, Ethan Hawke was like, bang, 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 and like, kills the fucking boyfriend, which I'm just like, wow. And the little boy in the movie, first of all, he has such an annoying face. I know I say that a lot about people, but he had just that kind of like, I don't know, and it's like, kid, cut your hair, okay, because you look like shit. He has like this, like, kind of, where, like, okay, he had like a toy car tank thingy, which then he like glued on like a baby doll onto it, and then like some guy, I think next to us, was like, oh, that Terminator baby, because it had like a red eye, because it was like a camera in there, and it was all like, looking, you know, like the baby doll in like Toy Story, like that thing. And it was just like, you know, you see like the kid just like, you know, driving with its remote control and like going around the house and blah blah blah. And he like, you know, does that quick exposition by saying, oh, I made it so it's quieter. Because at one point the black guy is like hiding behind a couch, and the kid is like driving the fucking, you know, little car to him. But still, you could hear, at first I thought it was a camera mounted on a Roomba, because that's, you know, you're low to the ground. But because it just, like, turned the corner instead of, like, bumping into the wall and then, you know, the bumper cars. Like, camera footage of, like, what the fuck is on the little car baby thing. And, like, it looked like these, like, 3D glasses. Yeah, I have a bucket of all these, I don't care. Anyway, but it's like totally blacked out, and the image plays like on the inside. Like, yeah, the movie title makes it seem like it's like a documentary about bulimic people. It's just, or bulimia, it's terrible. Yeah, so the boyfriend's dead in the girl's room. They're trying to look for black guy, and then the bad people start breaking into the house, and Ethan Hawke decides to like go like Schwarzenegger on this. Like, at first, like, you know, he had, like, the little revolver gun, and then he has, like, a handgun, and then, like, they showed, like, you know, in case shit happens, of course, and then, like, the fucking wife, has, like, 2 guns in her hands, and she's like, I'm scared of them, like, all that stuff, and it's like, okay, I get it, 2 guns, she has, obviously, more ammo, you know, twice the ammo, and then she can, like, just, you know. But if you're scared and you don't even know what the fuck to do, and you have the safety on at one point because she could have shot the black guy, but she didn't, because then, you know, you hear, you know, and then he turns around and he's like, fuck you! He has a shotgun in the movie. He has a shotgun. And the shotgun has one of those, like, holy fuck bars at the top, like what my Nerf Vulcan has, because that thing is, like, heavy, you know. It's got, yeah, like Schwarzenegger, where he's like, you know, all that stuff. it's great because then, like, you know, he's finding all these people breaking into the house, and he's just like, bam, shoot, and it's great. You know, this one chick is like, Wah! Like, she's got like a machete, she's like, Wah! And he just shoots her like dead center, and she's like, ah! You know, and the blood was pretty good. It looked very real. It wasn't like that orange blood, like that weird stuff, and it wasn't like just red. It doesn't look like red temper paint, you know. Anyway, so then like this other chick has like a fucking axe on her. And she's like whacking at him. He's like, ah, you know. And then this other guy, like, I don't know where Ethan Hawke suddenly gets all this strength. Takes this guy's head and just smashes it against its like pinball machine, you know, because he does the securities. Of course, they're like really rich and yada yada. So he's like smashing head against pinball machine, and then like, you know, like when it's like everything's all calm, he just like shoots a guy in case, of course. Where they tell the son to go hide in the basement because the people are starting to like invade the home. Here we go. And so he has the flashlight, like, he has the flashlight on, right? So it's like, there's a lot of this in the movie, okay? It's a lot of this weird blue filter shit going on. It's a lot of this. It's really, really fucking annoying. You get a lot of this, you get a lot of, yeah, it's like, what? The movie looked like it was filmed in, like, blue filtered house. You know, because it's the Insidious people and Paranormal Activity, so it's like, blue filter. Anyway, so the kid is like this, and then like he goes and like hides behind something, but he could have just like turned it off. Like, well, mine's also a, you know, a emergency beacon thingy. Anyway, but he could have just turned it off, right? But instead, like, he has the fucking thing on, and he like holds his hand in front of it. Like, do you not know how a fucking flashlight works? You know, it's one thing when it was like Will Smith in I Am Legend when he had it on the like the freaking scope of his gun, and he did that, you know, like, fine, because, you know, then you have those crazy vampire zombie thingies. Anyway, so, but then at one point, like, let's say this is like the carpet, and he's like lying on his stomach, and he holds the thing like this, and you obviously can still, like, because it's pitch black in there, you can obviously see, you know, light emanating from it, and then like he kind of gets up, and it's like, and he does like this, he's like, like, it's so stupid. Everyone in the theater was like, turn off the fucking flashlight. You don't want to be found. Because the door was even like, the basement door creaked. And you're like, what the fuck? You know, like, just, like, that kid, there were people in the audience was like totally like, kill the kid. And I was totally up with that. Because you know, it's that character that you hate that caused everything that happened. It's that asshole. You know, it's like in 28 Weeks Later when the asshole, because he works for them, he was able to get in. He's like, I'm gonna make out with my wife. Oh, wait, because the saliva. Now I gotta raise my ass. You know, it's like, damn it. It says that one asshole fucked it up for everyone. It's like, you know. The little boy being sympathetic and whatever. He, with his little remote control car, pretty much like tells the black guy to go hide in like this hidey hole he has in like his closet. Like, he goes in the closet and then it's like a hidey hole, whatever. So then, like, you know, he's like, you know, panning his like little like dead baby thingy around, and then the sister appears because she was like upset, obviously, because her boyfriend's dead, and then, you know, she was kind of trying not to be seen by the black guy and whatever not. So then she's like, you know, of course it's doing that, like, kind of like Paranormal Activity 3, where it does that, like, pan, swoop, nothing happens, and all of a sudden you see something, and all of a sudden, like, and so the girl, like, goes in front of the camera, she's like, hey, Charlie, or whatever the fuck his name is, I'm okay, what's going on? Also, Henry or Kevin, I don't remember what the boyfriend's name. He's dead. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I know, we were all there in the beginning of the movie. You know, and she's like, anyway, he's dead. How do you hide in your secret spot? Okay, hope everything's okay. And so everyone in the audience is always like, oh no, because black guy's in there, you know? Anyway, so Ethan Hawke finds them, and it's like, black guy has like, you know, because the chick has the boyfriend's gun on him. So anyway, gun to the girl's head, and they're like, oh my god! So they decide, okay, we're gonna give to the bad people, we're gonna give you the black guy. Fuck it. It's not worth our fucking time. You're not, you know, you don't want to hurt us. You just want to hurt him, but we're in the way, blah, blah, blah. So they decide, you know, he's a big black guy. It's like if I had to, like, drag Paul somewhere. That's not gonna happen. You know, he's a big guy. That shit is not gonna happen. they like tie him up with duct tape and stuff, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna put him on this chair and we're gonna give it to him, thinking they're gonna put him on like one of these chairs because it swivels and all that shit. No, they put him on like this armchair, and I'm like, what the fuck? You're gonna like, you know, you duct tape the black guy and then you're gonna put him on a chair so you can like give it to them. I'm thinking because he's big and not easily like mobile, because you know he's a big dude, you're gonna put him on maybe your fancy schmancy office chair. Fuck it, that's $500 down the drain, but who cares, because you're alive and the person's out of the fucking, you know, out of your fucking house. But yeah, so you see him just like grab this chair and like, alright, we're gonna put this down and we're gonna put him on there. And I'm just like, and I'm thinking, there's no wheels on that chair. How the fuck are you, like, are you on the second floor? You know, like, how is this gonna happen? You know, how are you gonna try to conclude this? Anyway, so yeah, blah, 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 blah. People died. And then, the neighbors who you meet, like, you know, when they're all like, oh, within an hour, the purge is gonna start. Okay, I have a good purge. Oh, I made cookies. Okay, yeah, have a great day. Thank you for installing the, you know, security system and all that stuff. You guys been great. You guys have a good time. Okay, have a good time at home. Okay. Oh, well, we're gonna, yeah, I'm gonna have a party, and it's like me and like close friends, and it's like, all right, you know, it's like really, really, really fake people. You know, it's just like, there's like that one blonde lady who's like, all right. Okay. It's like when you work at a job and there's like that one like corporate person who ridiculously absolutely loves her job and thinks like, you know, retail is her life, because it's like, it's always everything like that. And she's always like, okay, everybody, so uniforms on, and then headsets, and we're gonna all talk, okay, you know, and you're like, oh my god. Or like a PR person who's like, oh, your personal annoyance, you know. Anyway, like, ugh. So you see the neighbors like help kill off the bad people. Like they come in, they're like like that kind of shit. You're like, oh my god, you know. And it was cool because you're like, the audience was like, yeah, woo, help them, you know, because you're like, okay, it's your neighbors, they're gonna help you, blah, blah, blah. So they kill like the rest of the people that were in the front of the house. Mind you, there was the people who came, and then like he has like another crew of people with like a car, you know, and then like equipment and chains and stuff to like yank the metal plates off the house. Now, like I said, it came down like kaboom, like really big. Like you're thinking that shit is probably like 8-inch steel, you know, but they pulled the fucking thing off like in old like spaghetti westerns where they like tied the rope, you know, on the bars and the horse ran and just like pew like that, and you're like, all right. You know, and you're like, okay, it just opened so easily, and I'm surprised that the car's bumper is still attached, you know? Anyway, so they come in, and they're like, everyone's fine, it's okay, but, you know, like, you know, Ethan Hawke dies. Spoiler, because the main bad guy, he like, takes, like, this huge Rambo fuck-off knife, just, yeah, like, after he kills off all those people, bashes the guy's head in, itchy, excuse me, bashes the guy's head and stuff, and you're thinking all coast is clear, and as he's about to, like, head out the doorway, the guy just, like, rounds the corner, just, and it was huge, like, so much of it, like, all of it went in, it's like a huge dick, he took it in, he took the dick in, just, shit, he's bleeding, because he couldn't take that much dick, you know. You see before anything else, like, you see the black guy, like, starting to, like, he grabbed his knife, and he's, like, you know, cutting the duct tape off of him, but he's on, like, the floor. But anyway, so the family is, like, safe now because their neighbors are like, okay, you know, we heard you guys were, we noticed that you guys were in trouble, so we decided to help, blah, blah. And then, of course, because it's still the Purge, they're like, well, we're gonna kill you. Your husband's dead. Well, there's still 3 of you. Well, just, you know, it's this whole thing about, like, doing the Purge, because it is a purge, and then you're cleansing yourself, and yeah, the neighbors are like, we're gonna kill him, and then they're all like standing in a circle around them, and like they're tying him up, and the mother's like, don't kill my kids, okay, let them go, you can just kill me, you know, the usual, you know, oh my god, not me, my kids, think about the children, think about the children, think about the children. And so they're in a circle, and then the blonde lady's like, okay, so I'll go first, and then we'll take turns. And the audience is like, really, bitch? Like, and I love how, okay, the movie had a lot of like jump scares. And jump scares don't get me. Sometimes it's more of the noise than the actual jump scares, so I'll just be like, oh. But like the noise would be like, bang! Like the stinger, and you're like, God damn it, that was loud, because you're more like, ah. But, it was great, because one of the first jump scares, like, the audience shrieked. You just hear, ah, like that, and I was like, really? And there's some that, you know, like, obviously with these movies, a lot of them are very predictable. It'd be like, again, it's just like any other movies where all of a sudden it's like the camera's really close on my face. The camera's really close on my face. The camera's on the edge here, and it's really close on my face. And then I'm gonna turn. And then all of a sudden it's like, like the person's like behind them. And all of a sudden you're like, because you're on this side of the camera now, and you're like, I'm suspicious of what could be behind me. You know, it's like that kind of shit. You know, it's so fucking dumb. And then there are a couple times where, like, again, it was a jump scare, but a couple, like, bros in front, like, in front, in the row in front of me were like, oh shit, man, that scared shit out of me, fuck, man, like, okay. Yeah, that theater smelled like fast food and Axe body spray. It was bad. It wasn't reeking of the Axe body spray, like, it could smell like a bit of, like, the fast food, mainly, like, french fries and chicken nuggets, or Mame or something, someone, and then we'll go from there. And just as he's about to do that, guess who shows up? Black guy! Black guy shows up! Black guy to save the day! Black guy! I actually didn't take a gander at the credits, because I was like, I hope they credit him as Black guy, because that would be awesome. So yeah, he goes, and he shoots one of the guys, and then he punches another one in the face, you know, and then, so then the last two people, he was like, okay, you know, you're gonna drop the gun, and then if not, I'll kill you, you know, one's like kind of afraid, like, I'm holding the gun like this, yeah, anyway, so Black guy comes save the day, you know, the family is saved, and then, like, so then, like, the black guy hands the gun to the wife and says, alright, it's your choice. It's Purge. And so you see them, like, standing right there in front, and then you see, like, the family, and you see the black guy. And the funny thing is, because it's a bunch, well, it's one black lady, but it's a bunch of white people, you know, and then it's a black guy with a gun, someone in the theater screamed out, Django! And that was fucking hilarious, because he just, you know, just like Django, he like comes out of nowhere with a gun, bam, 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 like kills some dude, you know, and all of a sudden he's like saving the day, and this guy goes, Django! And that was awesome. That was actually like was a really good moment. Anyway, so yeah, it's like telling like that lady, like, alright, you have a choice, you can kill these people. And the woman was like, no, we're gonna spend the rest of this night in peace. Does anyone have a problem with that? And someone in the theater, like in the audience, goes, yeah, me! Kill these bitches, you know? And again, normally I'm just like, oh my god, you're talking in the fucking theater. But I was fine because when I get to the trailers, you know, these people's reaction to the world is just amazing. Anyway, so yeah. So yeah. So then there's, like, oddly enough, they don't go home. Like, those people don't go home. The fucking people who are trying to kill them, just like they're sitting at, like, their dining room table or something. They're just, like, sitting at a table. They're all just sitting there. Just, like, the one guy's, like, a bruise here. And, like, you know, they're just like this. Like, one guy's literally, like, arms up, just sitting like that. And so then, like, it's, like, the woman, the wife, and then it's, like, the table goes down like this, and it's all the people. And behind the wife lady is black guy. And then you see, like, wherever it is, off camera, you know, like, that part, you see, like, the kids, like holding the dad's, like, cold hand, like, dead hands, and just, like, that kind of shit. And so, so they're like, okay, we're good, blah, blah. And so then the blonde, like, lady tries to grab the shotgun that's on the table, because that's smart. Just leave the shotgun open on the table. Like, put it off to the side, you know? Like, anyway. So she grabs it, and then the wife punches her in the face, like, no. She takes the butt of the gun and hits her in the face, then grabs her by the back of her head, slams it, like, fuck hard. You hear, like, a boom, you know, on the table. I think it was, like, a glass table, too. And she said, did you not fucking hear me? I said we're gonna sit in peace. Like, crazy. And then you get this shot of, like, the woman, like this. And it's, like, like I was saying before, like a lot of the blood in the movie was like that, like kind of dark red to black color, very, you know, okay. But the moment she lifts her head up, it is just black. It's just like she just broke her nose, and then she's like, oh, like this, and you see it's like all over the place, all over her hair, it's all over. It was ridiculous. I love that part because I was like, oh my god, she just said fuck you and just freaking slammed the bitch's head down. It was great. It was beautiful. This movie is fantastic, you know. So yeah, then, you know, the alarm goes off, which the alarm is like the fucking Silent Hill one, because when it was about to start, you hear, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, I'm scared, because then all you hear is like this sound of like a big scratching knife against pavement, and then I just pee, you know, and then, you know, when it's over, it does the same, you know, all that kind of thing, you know, and then it's like, oh, you know, the annual purge is over, blah, blah, and you see, like, dead bodies on their lawn and, like, cars and shit, and then they say bye to black guy, you know, which, I'm glad he didn't die. I'm just really glad that he didn't die. I was like, come on, why, you know. Anyway, so the family, it's like the three of them, they're standing there, and I was like waiting for like the wife or one of them to say like a cheesy line like, you know, we have just been cleansed or whatever, like something like, this house is clean now, like that kind of shit. But they didn't, and it's just like, you just hear like a report, you know, like annual purge, blah 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 blah, and it's like it gets the family, does like a 180 shot, and then it just like kind of slowly fades to black, and then credits. It's like, it's just so stupid. Like the movie was really short. I think it was like an hour, like 25 minutes. I don't think it actually hit the 90-minute mark. It was really short, which is fine. Majority of the time, like, they showed so many trailers in the beginning, like, I had a feeling they were just making up time, you know? Yeah, so, it's one of those things, it's just like Die Hard, where it's like, I would suggest to go see it for a good laugh, which is funny because it's, you know, a horror film, you know, for a good laugh, you know, just like you and a bunch of friends just want to, like, riff on something and make fun of it and poke at it kind of stuff. Go see it. If you're expecting, like, an actual, like, official, like, not official, but, yeah, like, an actual, like, storyline with substance to it, no, of course not. This is not, just no. This is just stupid. I would recommend, like, I would recommend freaking Gatsby over this one, you know? Like, mainly because the redeeming factors of Gatsby is because it's like, it's a pretty movie, and then the costumes were really nice, and the set design was really nice. Here it's like, you got Ethan Hawke who looks like shit, and you got people who look like that, and then it's just boring, and then you got that blue filter, you know, insidious blue freaking light, you know, when you're walking like, Anyway, with the trailers, because I wrote that down. The guy sitting next to me was kind of confused because I broke out a pen. When the trailer started, I just broke out a pen and started writing. Because I knew I wouldn't remember these. So yeah, the first one was for Insidious 2. I knew they were going to do a sequel because it's stupid yet again. So anyway, they're showing all this stuff, and it's the same cast, you know, freaking Night Owl's there. And then the guy was like, oh, like he's standing there, you know, with like the lantern. He's like, what's going on? And then it's like, oh, there's someone like standing in front of you. So you're thinking because he's holding the lantern like this, the person's like a good, like, I don't know, arms reach away. And the person's going like, he's got your baby, blah, 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 like some stupid shit like that. And then it shows the ghost person, and it's literally like about to make out with him. He's got your baby, blah, 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 and it's like all like he's like really skinny old guy, all like fucked up looking, and then it's like that's like the end of the trailer, and it goes cut. It's like Insidious 2, and the audience screamed, not like with joy, but it's like ah, like at the guy, the thing, you know. And I was like, really, you weren't expecting him to like at least show you, you know, like a taste of like these ghosts and like how they're gonna be and blah blah blah. Then there was Your Next, which I remember seeing the poster of it like right outside the theater we were going in. And it said Your Next. It was just, again, it's a generic home invasion movie where this family is like gathered and they're talking, all of a sudden some guy gets like shot by like a sniper or something and goes down. Like while they're at the kitchen table, he's standing there like la la la, you know. You're like, all right, what was that? After that was some stupid, like another one of these sappy teenage romance novels, just like Twilight, just like Beautiful Creatures, just like Hunger Games, like these kind of like, you know, like, oh, there's love, and then there's someone with powers, and there's someone who's special, and you're the chosen one, I'm coming, you know, like that kind of shit, just same bullshit, and it's called, it looks like I wrote metal, Mortal Instrument City of Bones. I remember seeing, like, that book, and just thinking, that's stupid, like, it's just that kind of movie, and there's that guy who played that kid, I'm going there, Sweeney Todd, and he's there with tattoos on him, and but yeah, I only like the movie because it's stupid. It's one of those kind of things. Like, there's no way a movie, like I was, joking about earlier in the video where I was like, oh yeah, it ranks number 2 next to Star Trek. No, fuck no. No, Star Trek was great. Iron Man 3 was great. This? No. You know? But, anyway, I'm gonna go and finally, like, sleep and not die, and then wake up and go to work and, listen to people tell me how shitty I am. Awesome. Alright, see ya.